We have an update regarding Beau Shroyer, Detroit Lakes, Minnesota missionary who was found murdered in Angola, Africa. His wife, Jackie Shroyer, was arrested, and the investigation services in Angola say it was a murder for hire. Reading from a news release, two of the three suspects involved in the murder of North American missionary Beau Shroyer a week ago in Angola were presented today. The investigation revealed details of the brutality. The victim's wife, Jacqueline Shroyer, was absent from the act for alleged health reasons and was arrested as the mastermind behind the crime. The woman and the couple's housekeeper, allegedly her lover, were detained on the fourth day after the crime following hours of questioning, while one of the perpetrators was detained when he was preparing to cross the Angola border. A third suspect is still at large. Speaking about the case, the spokesperson for the National SIC, Superintendent of Criminal Investigation, Hawali, said the motives for the crime were strong suspicions of a romantic relationship between the person who ordered the crime and her accomplice, the guard at the couple's residence. He added the motive was presumed intention of the wife not wanting to leave Angola when her husband's mission had ended, given he had created some projects in the municipality where the murder occurred. He explained the security SIC became aware of the existence of a corpse of a citizen in the town of Palanca on the 25th of October, with all his belongings at the site, including binoculars, a hat, and others, as well as his distraught wife. The investigators said several investigations, starting with statements and evidence found in the scene. As a result of the investigation work, it was highlighted that the citizen Berendino Isaac Elias, 24, a security guard at the couple's residence, was identified as one of the suspects in the criminal action, who was hired under the instructions of the mastermind, Islano Diesel, 23 years old. Another suspect of material authorship, identified as Gelson Ramos, 22, is on the run, having been sentenced to 13 years in prison in the kidnapping and attempted murder case in another case. All of the suspects, with the exception of the widow, have a record with the National Police for crimes of robbery with a firearm, kidnapping. According to the investigator, Elias enticed him to carry out the task in exchange for money. When a total amount of $50,000 had already been safeguarded, which started with $400 for the preparatory preparation acts, and as soon as they were completed, they would receive $9,000. 3 days before the crime, the criminal officer said the mastermind, Jackie, went with the security guard Ellis to the crime scene to find out where she would lure her husband in place with a few people. On the day of the crime, he continued, the suspects rented a blue Beijing car from a rent-a-car company and simulated a breakdown, then acted when the woman went into the woods, supposedly to urinate. Investigations indicate the presence of a third suspect, identified as Marcos, in addition to Isliano and Gelson, whose identity has not been established. Elias received $9,000 from him, returned the vehicle, and rented another to travel to Nimbavi after having returned to Lumbago and then taken a different direction. The three detainees have been ordered to be held in preventive detention by the judge. Hawale, the investigator, stressed that the American embassy is monitoring the process, that contacts have also been initiated with other family members. With evidence, he said, the vehicle used to commit the crime, the murder weapon, a knife from the United States, and that the victim offered to Elias, and other monies were seized.